Hello and welcome back to Uber's UU, and we are taking a personality quiz on BuzzFeed. What? No, this is Smogon. So, if you guys wanted to learn more about me and my competitive Pokemon style, I guess this is the right place. I'm also joined by Incredible King, who's going to be doing the quizzes with me. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, kind. Thank you. Thank you for asking. How are you doing?
Well, I'm good. I'm looking at these houses, so it's kind of set up like a Harry Potter thing. Like, it's not just like, oh, are you Stall, are you HO, or whatever. They have the Abracus School for the Gifted, the Institut de Mater. I don't know what any of these mean, or the Victorium Hall. So I guess these are the three things, and then there's a part two. It's like, you know those personality tests that you're like JIQ whatever? I think it's that
Yes.
sort of thing. And there's like
Like
16
Myers-Briggs.
options. Yeah, it's the Myers-Briggs. It's exactly that. Yeah.
Got it.
So,
So just
we
like
can
astrology for college grads, this is astrology for Pokemon nerds. Got it.
absolutely. So let's jump right into it. The Smogon House Trial is the first one. Find your program at Smogon University and discover your uniqueness as a player. Which of the following is most impressionable from your early memory of Pokemon? Wi-Fi, battling, learning to EV, or beating the Elite Four? I did not learn to EV for a hot minute. That's my
Okay.
take.
So fun fact. I actually. So I'm actually an immigrant. I didn't grow up in the U.S. and I didn't have my first gaming console till maybe in my second year of college. So I
Oh,
actually got into Showdown a lot earlier. So
I feel like that counts as
funnily enough,
Wi-Fi battling.
no, I know, but thing is, wait, does it count as Wi-Fi battling or count as
I
learning to
think it
EV
does.
first?
I don't know. For
Oh
me, it
wow.
was beating the Elite Four just because I played as a kid and everything. For me, honestly, the most impressionable thing was when I used the action replay on my DS to like hack in a Glade because I thought that was really hard to get in like a super cool Pokemon.
Oh my god. Yeah, no. In my case, I guess it's the Wi-Fi battling trading.
Yeah. If you were to reminisce the most fun place to play Pokemon, it would be at home in bed on long card rides, at school under the table. Ooh. I feel like probably at home is where I've played it the most.
Nerd. I'd say at school
Oh
under the
my god.
table. Just have
Yeah,
your fun.
honestly, I do a lot of that too. All right. What type of figure describes you in the community? A neutral participant, a vocal leader, a silent observer. Okay, well for me I feel like it's pretty obvious vocal leader, but what about you? You think you're a participant, an observer, or a leader?
I'm a shit poster kind. You've seen me on the Discord.
I guess that's like participant, I guess.
I guess most
Uh,
likely.
Three Pokeballs are placed before you. Who do you open? Master Ball that is violently shaking. An Ultra Ball with perfect IVs. A budging Pokeball within which you can almost hear the squeaking of your childhood starter. So for me, that's a Turtwig. But I don't know. I've done that plenty of times. I feel like I'd go with the Master Ball. Like legendaries, Ubers UU, anyone?
Or could just be a Pidgey.
That's true. Honestly, if it's a Pidgey and a Master Ball, that's hilarious on its own. I'll go with that.
Probably going to the Pokeball with the starter Mon. Probably gonna
Oh,
be a Litten.
that's wholesome. Your opponent misses scheduling for an important tour due to game or for an important tour due to complications. Your first reaction is I feel like in that sort of thing, I feel like I'm a sucker at the end of the day. I'd probably hear them out.
You know, hearing them out and rescheduling is something that I might consider, but let's be honest, I definitely would want to reach out to the host and claim activity with.
Yeah, I would do that too, but I care too much about other people's opinions.
Uh,
When catching
you're a
Pokemon,
badass. You're a badass, dude. Think about it. You started here, which people said would probably fail, and it's
my
still
god,
surviving.
you gotta be considerate for that. When catching Pokemon for your in-game roster, you refuse to use Pokemon who have bad aesthetics, base stats, or natures. I do not care about natures for sure in like when I'm actually gaming.
Yeah, I mean, no, if you're having one for in-game roster, you definitely want to go with the aesthetics, like a mon that a
Yeah,
team that's your style.
yeah, that's true.
So
You have an important tour game today. Right now, you are uh scouting, building, or going about your day. I feel like if I'm building the day of my game, I've already lost. Like I need to already have prepped.
so for me, it's weird because one and two for me is basically the same. Because for draft, for instance, like I used to like build and test with like Moz most of the time, and we just used to like fucking
Mm.
chill and like do like a lot of shit talk most of the time. But I would probably say like one.
Yeah, I think for me
This
it's
is
counter team because like I will go back and watch replays of how they've played and like I'm really bad at making and like doing analysis on their play style, but I like to think that I can. So I will look at like their teams and try to see how they play. How would you like new players to consider you? A brilliant player, an accomplished player, an influential player. I'm all about that like nano celebrity lifestyle, so I'll pick influential player. What about you?
I mean, I don't really know how I'd want. I wouldn't care how they see me, but I guess maybe I'll go to brilliant player who's
Yeah, I was
so
gonna say you
competitively
you
fierce.
you kind of anyone who likes draft prefers to be like brilliant over accomplished or anything. Your
Fair.
greatest fear in competitive Pokemon is to be washed. No, I'm already washed. An outcast, unaccomplished, and unknown. I used to be unaccomplished and unknown for a long time. I'm good with that. I'll pick the outcast, probably.
Probably, yeah. Because I don't. I mean, think about it. You're an outcast in the community of outcasts. That would be
Yeah,
so
maybe.
sad.
Except, yeah, we got the Discord, we got that community. We love it. Which of the
No,
following
kind
can
of a problem. You're all on Discord. That means you're already social outcasts.
stop it? Which of the following can you relate to the most? I consider myself better than my reputation. My records speak for themselves. I only consider the opinions of people I respect. I consider
Number
myself
three.
better than my reputation because my reputation is like bottom of the barrel.
That's fair, but also, I mean, for me, I'd say my thing is I only like look at opinions of people I respect,
Hmm.
which is in the current year, I'd say it's like few people. I mean, I do respect most people as people, but as players, only a few I would say have earned my respect. So there's
Oh
that.
yeah, no, I'm a sucker. I care about what people think. Someone I hold in high regard criticized my plays after a tough tournament. I would consider it a personal attack, lash out at them, try to understand where they're coming from. I feel like almost everyone would put the third option. I feel like that's like the default. Yes, I consider myself a good person, like option.
I mean, it is the most obvious thing, and I think that's one thing which I have done because most of the times, I mean, whenever I lose a game, I do talk to most of the people about where I probably could have gone wrong. I analyze it.
Yeah. I feel like I
There's
just
and I
go
think
kind of like full depresso mode when I lose. And I wish that was an option like oh yeah, just use it as an excuse to make yourself feel worse.
oh no,
After that though, I'll try and understand.
yeah.
For an important tour game, which of the following fits me the most? All the information. Bring something I'm comfortable with. I'll test a lot and ask better players. Hmm. I feel like I will just test a lot. That's my strategy.
The thing is, I've done a lot of these. I've done all three of these. So for Swiss, I did get try to get as much information as I can in counter style. Most of my opponents helped me a lot. Made it to knockouts. Um,
Yeah.
and I certainly had to ask a lot of people for help, and I still do that. I still talk to a lot of my friends, the community, a lot of people from Mulch Gang, some of the better, council
Shout out to
members.
Mulch.
Oh yeah. Um, and I guess, I mean, I don't think I, build my own team sometimes because I'm comfortable with almost every style except stall. So it's between one
Mm,
and three. I probably go with three because that's something I do a lot more common these days.
yeah, me too.
But, well,
How would you like to be seen by your peers? Knowledgeable, decorated, fun, or envied? I feel like if you're
fun.
envied, they're not your peer.
Exactly.
Like
Oh, I'd say
the
fun.
yeah, I'm gonna go with fun too.
No, I mean, it's not if you're your peers, your friends. You want to be fun. You don't want to be like. I mean,
Yeah,
no one likes a know-all, and no one really cares for if you're decorated.
ranking them in order.
Because
Which activities do you enjoy the most? So between team builder, chilling on Discord, and playing tournaments.
ooh,
Oh, I feel like I
I would,
love I love dreaming about teams. I don't like actually making them, but like I saw that Trapinch post and I was like, you know what? I want to start thinking about Trapinch. Oh my god. Imagine if I could just delete Magirna and delete Chen Pao. That would be so good. And I can just think about that and be happy thinking about it.
would be good. Yeah. Oh, I mean, I guess for me, I definitely enjoy playing tournament games more, and
Mm,
then chilling on Discord. I don't like doing ladder because it's time consuming, and that's something which I don't
yeah.
think I because if I'm on a ladder, I have to commit myself to doing it, and
Yep.
that's the issue. So I'd say
Yeah.
like tournament games first, then chilling on Discord and laddering.
Yep. But yeah, I need time to come up with those like stupid blunder policy Mewtwo sets.
Oh my god.
Who do you identify with most if you are not the main character? Rival, champion, or Giovanni? Oh, wait a minute. I don't know. I feel like either rival or Giovanni. That's a little difficult. What do you think?
I mean, you're like you're like Giovanni for Team Rocket if for Uber's UU if you think about it.
If Giovanni was good, Giovanni was
I
wholesome, sure.
mean,
I'll
good
go
is
Giovanni.
subjective. All I'm saying is good is subjective.
You're so right. What about
I
you?
would probably say champion though.
Ah, yeah. You're the skilled player. I still play the game because of the friendships of competitive Pokemon of accolades. Oh, for me, it's easily the friendships. If Uber's UU did not take off, I would, and like make such a cool group, like I would not still be in the game.
No, same here. Like, I mean, Uber's UU, I think, is the reason why I'm still playing Mons. I'd probably quit in December if it wasn't for this year. So, yeah.
Oof. Yeah. All
That
right.
goes for a lot of people in the community, actually, kind. You should, like,
Oh,
talk to
yeah.
a few. They all agree with that.
Oh, yeah. No, I completely agree. All right. Which group is better, modern gens or classic gens?
Oof.
I feel
Ah.
like gens like 3, 4, and 6 are like my favorite non-modern, like non-Gen 9. My favorite old
Yeah.
metagames, I should say. I am
Yeah, I know.
I am a
Uh-huh.
hater on
Sorry.
RBY in general.
Okay, so for me, it's a bit different. I like RBYUU. I actually play the tier, and I'm actually like reasonably good at it.
Ooh, that's a niche.
And also, and I all love Gen 4. Gen 4 is like my favorite, like just because of the mons that were introduced.
Hmm.
Um, and also Gen 7. But for me, competitively as a player, I think I popped off in Gen 8. Gen 8 was when I actually like became good. The
Oh
third
yeah.
DLC. That's when I
Yeah,
really, I think, hit my stride.
I
It
like
like
Gen
70.
8 because I don't like the gimmicks. I am a big fan of like I wish there was a Natdex format with no gimmicks. Except maybe megas.
You're a purist of the game.
Yeah, no, and in that sense, I like Gen 8. So yeah, okay, I like Gen 8, I like Gen 9. I guess I should go modern gens, and I've just never played Gen 7.
Yeah, we only have Uber's UU in the modern gens, so eh.
Yeah. Which of the following
Which
do
of
you
the following?
prefer? Double switching or staying in? I'm a double
Ooh,
switcher. I get in my head every single time. Sometimes it's goaded and you look like a genius, and other times you just look silly, but I take the double.
I would say staying in. I like to
Yeah,
get inside the opponent's, head most of the time. So it
yeah. I feel
really
like
is.
staying in is a little overrated. Whatever. What is your preference? Building or playing? This is kind of getting back to what I was saying. Like dreaming about my teams is just as fun as actually like building or playing them because you don't
I'm a
have to deal with
competitor. I like
reality.
playing.
Mm. Pick the item with which you identify the most. Lorb, Rocky Helmet, Choice Item, Resist Berries, Booster Energy, or Assault Vest. I feel like I'm an
Ooh.
Assault Vest enjoyer.
I mean, I'd probably say I'm a Rocky Helmet. Like, I'm not gonna do anything, but if you do like touch me, I will strike back.
Mm. Shout out to Lorbzation. Anyway. There's
Oh
no
god.
Pokemon set I hate facing more than bulky setup, mixed breakers, status spammers, all-out attackers, regen pivots, weird tech. I feel like sometimes if there's a good mixed breaker in front of me, like I just feel completely helpless. Like, oh, okay, I guess I just like lose then. Like there's, I often bring like a Fizdef Pokemon and a Spadef Pokemon, and if you have a super effective move to hit my Corviknight, if you have like a special fire move, I just like crumble at the same time as like you have physical attacks.
I mean, I prefer more balanced and bulky offense playstyles. So I mean, mixed breakers, yes, they would be an issue, but I feel like all attackers are a lot more of a problem because
Hmm.
they really chunk. I mean, it affects my ability to switch and play around them.
Yeah,
So I have to like stack them on before I can like bring in something to attack them.
that's true.
So in that sense, I would say that yeah, it's gonna be the all attackers for me.
Yeah. All right, I am Institut de Mate. Demater? Demate? I don't know how to pronounce it. Who are you?
So I am 42% Institute de Mater and 38% Victorium Hall.
Yo, gang. We are both. The Institute mascot is Kangaskhan, and its signature types are normal and fighting. I really like
Yo,
fighting type defensively. The
dude,
Institute.
I literally was a I'm literally an NCAA wrestler. I used to wrestle in college, so yeah,
Yeah.
fighting types are perfect. And Headmaster CTC, yo,
Yo, here we cherish friendship, happiness, loyalty, and justice. We take pride in creating a family within our ecosystem. Let's go! Hell yeah. United we goob? Absolutely. Alright,
sir, yes.
we are on to test number 2. And if you want more kind yapping sessions with friends, remember, like, subscribe, and click the notification button. So,
And if
you
you
have
guys
the
want to be
next one
part of
loaded
a
up?
wholesome community, just join our Discord.
Absolutely. You got the player archetype test lined up?
Yep.
All
Yes,
right,
I
let's
do.
get right into it. You prefer to act immediately rather than speculate about various options? I'm a button
Disagree.
clicker. Oh, okay. I just kind of go for it. I'm like, you know what? My choice band Landers T is in. Are they gonna switch to a flying type? Whatever. I already clicked the move.
No, I mean, I prefer like think about it. Unless it's a pivot move, which I know for a fact is a safe move to click.
Yeah.
But I like think about things a lot more. Um,
S- Strict
all right,
observance
next
of the
question.
established thought is likely to prevent a competitive edge. No, I always feel like I start cooking and then when I make actual like good teams, they look much more normal. Like, my Trapinch team was not meant to be serious, but like, if I meant to throw together a serious team, it would look pretty standard.
Oh yeah, no, I agree with that. Right? Because I mean, if you have if you look at the established thought process and you try to follow the meta, you're definitely going to end up with something that's predictable, as opposed to getting something like Trapinch, which is unpredictable. But in a sense, it's also going to make the opponent wonder what's going on, and create uncertainty. You can use that to basically play with your head. It gives you a mind game advantage. So yeah.
Absolutely. So, you think it is unnecessary to stray from team building conventions like Fire, Water, Grass or Fairy, Dragon, Steel? No, or wait, these questions with negatives in them are hard. These things are good. Fire, Water, Grass, Fairy, Dragon, Steel. I like cores. So it's probably an agree.
I mean, it depends on the team style, right? If you're playing HO, do you really care about defensive cores?
That's true. Yeah, but then you
So
can
I'd
think
say,
about like offensive coverage. Then like, oh, I've got a good, I've got a Dragapult, so having like a Zamazenta, fighting type on in back is good as well. That's like the
what about
convention, not necessarily
what about
like
archetypes
defensive
like
cores.
Size Spam or Drag Mag though?
That's true.
So I don't know. I'd say I'm
But
uncertain on
yeah,
this.
okay. I'm gonna still
Yeah, but
click
you're saying.
agree.
I mean, it's your choice, dude. Like, it's just
Yeah.
like we're trying to see what players we are at the end of the day, right?
I prefer to build my own teams because I don't want to reuse what everybody else is already using. I I like building my own teams, but not for that reason.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
why do
just
you want to
disagree
use
with
them?
because
What's
that
your?
way I can make them do exactly what I want. Like
Mhm.
not yeah, just yeah, like I'm not a huge fan of using other people's teams because when I'm creating the team, I'm also creating like the vision. And unless I can really like sit down and talk with someone about the vision, like I have a hard time identifying what the vision is. So for me,
In
that's
my case, I would say
uncertain.
I disagree with this because I like to work with other people and build teams. Because if I'm going to use, just create teams with my own vision at times, I might be restricting myself too much.
That's true.
One of the advantages of working with friends is that they can provide you a perspective that you would otherwise have missed out completely. And I think that's where I would say I disagree with this.
Hmm. Terastallization is the great equalizer, allowing me to dictate if I want to pull ahead or come from behind. That's not what Terra does. What? No. I would have banned Terra
No, I
from Gen
disagree. I
9
think
W.
it rewards like blind luck, and
This
it
game
incentivizes you
rewards
to play that
blind luck.
hard. No, I
Where does that
agree. No,
sound
I feel like
familiar?
yes, I sound like Lavos. The difference is I'm
Alright.
not as good a player.
We're gonna give that strong disagree. You are often flustered when luck doesn't go your way. I'm surprisingly good with luck, I think. Like, I literally have footage of my Garatina not getting unfrozen for like 20 turns. I made that GIF about Landorus missing like 5 stone edges in a row. Like, I feel like I'm pretty reasonable about luck.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really care because it's just a game at the end of the day. It's not like real life, so I don't really care.
Yeah. Shout out to 8 flinches in a row and the Shaman Sky era.
Oh my god. I remember beating
Failing,
Giratina with Simon flinches.
yeah. Failing to make noticeable progress in slow, drawn-out battles irritates you. I feel like that just sounds like losing. Like, if you're not making progress and they are, then you're just losing. I feel like
But I mean,
it's
I
very
do disagree
rare that
though.
literally no progress is made.
What about like region stall?
Well, so either you are breaking through, or you
Mhm.
can't break through and you're wasting PP and you're losing.
That is fair.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so I guess I have a pretty goated mentality about it, so I guess it doesn't irritate me. I mean,
that doesn't.
yeah, I don't
Uh-huh.
like it happening, but I also just don't like losing.
That is true.
You are
Jordan.
inclined to rely more on turn-by-turn improvisation rather than planning every scenario because timer pressure is a real advantage.
Mm,
No, I don't
I
play to the
agree.
timer. Do
No,
you?
I mean it depends though. Time pressure is true, but I mean it's always gonna make plans before the first turn, before the first turn, because you have 300 seconds. It resets after you make your lead. You can
Mm-hmm.
always create scenarios and plan in your head beforehand. So I would say it's. I mean, I'd say that's like something which I would agree. Like, time pressure is a real advantage, but you can always plan beforehand. So I don't
Yeah.
know. I'd say I disagree with this.
Yeah, I'll disagree too. It took me a relatively long time to get good competitively. Bro, I'm still not good. What? Uh, strongly agree, I guess.
I I don't know. I mean,
We're all
I
washed
did,
out here.
yeah, true, but I'm not sure. I made like 1700 in OU, so I
Oh,
can't
okay.
say.
That's significantly better than me. I usually max out at like 14 or 15.
Uh, no, I mean, one YouTuber I certainly would recommend that helped me at least was Glimax. Uh, I mean, it's
Hmm.
not really well known, but dude really describes his play quite well. So I definitely would have
Yeah,
to
I
recommend.
just haven't made concrete efforts to improve. That's my thing. I like don't have a strong desire to be the best player or anything.
I mean, it is for fun, man. Like, it's
Yeah.
something to enjoy. So
You see the reason certain mons perform better as rooted in their inherent superiority, such as typing, BST, I guess abilities too, rather than their role and synergy within a team.
strongly disagree with this.
Really? Explain.
Gastrodon Gen 8. It was really effective on stall. It, I mean, it was mostly because it had like an ability Stone Brain. Yes, it doesn't have greatest BST and has a good typing in water ground. But you have other water grounds and Swampert have more BST. Uh, and also another case is Clefable. It's got
Hmm.
piss poor stats, and
Well, it
yeah,
has a
it's got a great type
superior ability.
exactly. But here it's, I mean, yeah, here's Rodent in terms of superiority such as typing or BST. But synergy does play a really important role. For instance, Pachirisu in Sage and
Oh
Park's
my
VGC.
god. Yeah.
It is true because it's
Yeah,
especially
yeah.
bulky clerical support, follow me, and that's how it worked out,
Yeah.
right? So I do disagree with this because there
I
have
don't
been
know.
instances where you.
I feel like if the Pachirisu incident is still being remembered and talked about, that's proof that mostly it's not the case. So I'm gonna go with strongly agree. I feel like some of these Pokemon are just inherently better and worse than others, and like that's part of why like Uber's UU exists because they kept pushing the bar on what good counts for Ubers. So like these old ones just got like left behind, and like these new like Urshifus, Annihilapes, whatever, like are just so much better than like Machamp or Alakazam that like okay, I guess you need to put them somewhere else.
Actually, kind, you actually brought up something that makes me support my point. Look at Skeledirge. It's UU in regular play, but it's Ubers and not Ubers UU.
Yeah, that's true.
So
It's only good because of its yeah. Yeah, you're right. But I already clicked
rolling
the
the teams.
buttons. As a
That's
rule, you only proceed when you have a clear and detailed plan. Oh, that's disagree. I will just. This goes back to I just click buttons.
disagree. I mean, I disagree. You don't need to have a clear and detailed plan. You have a skeleton, though, an idea of what you're doing. You can't just be like, just fuck it, we ball.
Yeah, okay, I'll change it to disagree instead of strongly disagree. You refer to usage stats because top tiers are top tier for a reason. This should be VR, not usage stats. What? I mean,
So
either way, yes, I absolutely reference both like VRs and usage stats all the time.
yeah, no, but I mean, if I had to go with usage stats, I would disagree because Electivire Gen 4 was
Oh yeah,
OU,
can't
had a
trust
really high
ladder.
usage rate. So yeah, that's so. I mean, I would say disagree. I would say VR is more relevant, but just because of what they've said, I would say
Yeah,
I
top
disagree
tiers
with.
are top tier for a reason. That sounds like it also applies to VRs.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with strongly agree. If it came down to it, you would not be against using Shed Tail if it meant giving you an advantage? Bro, Shed Tail is legal. I don't know what you're talking about. Strongly agree.
I agree.
No, I think, but it's like a discussion of like busted Pokemon, but like, yes, you absolutely use the busted thing. You find it difficult to ignore your impulse to make so-called soul reads, even if it means risking important pieces.
I strongly agree.
Yeah, I gotta go for the
Like,
soul reads. You know,
okay.
when the turn happens, I just immediately think of the first thing I want to do, whether that's a read or just click a button or whatever. And it's really hard to tear myself away from that decision.
Yeah.
The
But
longer
it's fun
your
if it works out.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. The longer your opponent takes, the more likely you are to cancel your move. Ooh. What's your take?
Disagree.
Really? Oh, I'm gonna agree. I feel like I sometimes change the move back or forth depending on how long they're taking.
So here's how I look at it. If they're thinking longer, it means they're under pressure. And you're in a much more calmer state of mind, which means
Mm,
just go ahead with it.
I guess, but
That's
I
just
don't
my take
know.
on it,
If they're thinking about it, I feel like they're gonna do the less predictable thing.
probably.
The metagame is cyclical. Old established sets from past metas can often find success when revived.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, definitely without any changes to metas, but like metas change so often, especially like in Gen 9. Like we haven't had like a settled OU or like really the only tier that's been settled is like Ubers. And even that's been
Mm,
shaken up recently.
yeah.
I don't know. I feel like
No, and
it's
I
very
also,
typical to say that cyclical stuff comes up again.
no, I agree because look at Aloe right now. Wish Aloe hasn't been OU since like what Gen 6, Gen 5,
Was
and
it
now it's
ever OU
OU.
before?
I don't, I'm not sure, but
Yeah, I feel like Aloe specifically just got was the only water type that didn't get like nerfed to the ground.
that
You
is
would
true. Yeah,
you
but I
would
guess
rather
it's uncertain would probably be more appropriate in this case.
you would rather play a known top player than an unknown player. Oh, that is disagree. I don't I don't want to get pumped.
No, I want to. I would like to play, a known top player because
Yeah,
here's the
getting the
thing.
chance to play like the ABRs of the world is probably nice.
No, fine, but think about it this way: if they are a known top player, the pressure's on them to beat me. If they
Ah,
lose to me,
I guess
now
so,
that's
but we can be different. You think that almost everything can be analyzed. Matches, teams, players. Ooh, strongly agree. Strongly agree.
I disagree on this.
Really?
What about hacks, for instance? You
How
can
did they get the
analyze as much as
hacks?
you.
You know, if I was switching around more and they were clicking buttons more, they're gonna get hacks more.
Okay, but what if you're playing a stall game, right? You play stall more often than not, you're bound to get hacks more often because
So I
the
gotta
game
I
is a
gotta
lot.
be able to play around it then.
Mhm.
Crits are gonna happen. Freezes are gonna happen. I strongly agree with this.
Uh, I mean, I disagree because simple thing draft pool C, me against Ruben.
Hmm,
Bro just got hacks instantly, but
I guess.
or even like Laos, dude. Laos played better. He prepared better.
My prep was superior. How many times are we gonna reference Lavos in this? Your opponent will show you everything you need to know about their team from the way they play. Just give them the opportunity to do so. Um, Maybe if you played them like 100 times, but I feel like not if you play them a single time.
I feel like you could judge an opponent on how they play. Maybe in the first 10 turns they play.
Hmm. I
Like it gives you a good insight.
I guess, but I feel like there's so many like standard options. Like, I don't know. Lando is gonna click U-turn. Magirna is gonna lay a spike. Like, Arceus is gonna recover when it's on low health. That doesn't tell you anything about the player. That's just like, oh yeah, there are some necessary clicks. So, and the game can
It
be
does because going back to what you said, if you had a Landorus, you would click Earthquake instead of U-turn. You wouldn't care if they're gonna go to a flying type.
I guess, but if I do click U-turn, that doesn't tell you anything.
I was
To me,
probably
there's
more
too many
cautious.
obvious plays that like
Hmm.
doesn't indicate any sort of personality or whatever. I guess you're kind
Yes.
of right, but I'll put disagree. Deviating from your staples means unnecessarily giving up advantage. Hmm,
I disagree.
why?
The element of surprise can also be quite effective.
That's true. Yeah, in a tournament setting, I'll go agree on that. No, I'll go uncertain. I don't know. I like top tiers.
I mean, top tiers work. I mean, they're top tier for a reason. But if you can get an unorthodox pick, that's enough, just enough to give your opponent, you know, your
That's
opponent
true.
off completely.
Yeah.
I think it could.
If the tech doesn't hit, bluffing like I have the standard set is essentially like having the real thing. No, I feel like I always get called out and like, yep, I'm fraudulent. I do not have close combat on Urshifu. Like, you can just do whatever you want in front of me. Like, it's fine.
I disagree. I think you can always, bluff until you give it off.
I feel like I'm just so bad at bluffing.
Oh, it's simple. Just play like you would. Just don't think about it twice when you need to bluff. Just make it.
No, but the thing I want to do is click the move that I don't have.
Exactly, but that's enough to fool
I
them.
want to close combat the Terapagos, but I chose to run Wicked Blow and Poison Jab and Trailblaze.
So just like you turn and make them think that you
Nope,
predicted them to
last
switch
move
out.
Sword Stance.
Oh my god. The new SD, bro, and then they panic and they're like, oh god.
You believe the best play is one which can be easily changed. Oh, is not one that can be easily changed. What's this even mean?
I think it means that if you make the best play is one that is the most obvious, and there's no second option that you could make when making this play.
Oh, yeah, yeah, like there's no good plan B.
Yeah.
I disagree with that. I feel like usually things spiral pretty quickly and you can go a lot of different ways.
I mean, I'm inclined to agree with this because if you don't have another play, like that
That's
is your
true.
best.
Pokemon is a game that punishes mistakes. So it's better to seek opponent openings and identify in every game which mons cannot be risked. Oh, I agree with this.
I agree. Yeah,
Yeah.
I strongly
Um,
agree with you.
I'll just regular agree. You like to be engaged in an active and fast-paced game. Nah, I can play stall, bruh. Give me them
Uh,
Blisseys. Give me them Dondozos.
I mean, I hate Stall, but I enjoy playing against Stall because means that I get more momentum. So I'd say I agree.
It's funny,
I
I can
guess.
run 5 offensive Mons and Dondozo, and it still ends up being stall.
Oh God.
Against someone I consider superior to me in skill, I must take more risks if I want to have a chance. That is absolutely true. No, if I
I
had to
disagree.
play like I don't know, Big Fat Mantis or like FC or someone really good, I in like Uber's UU, I am pulling up with the weirdest tech.
I would say I'm uncertain on this because it depends on who gets in whose head. Because if you're going to be taking more risks and bring unorthodox teams, it means they got into your head. So,
But also I think it's like in the plays too. Like I'm going to try to aggressively call them out. I'm going to try to double more often. I'm gonna go for like the earthquake on the Rillaboom as it U-turns out or something. That's a bad example because of grassy terrain, but you know what I mean.
no, I gotcha. No, I mean, again, my perspective is I'm uncertain. It depends. I think it depends on the game and how the opponent is playing.
Yeah.
If they are sneaking a lot of like predicts, then I would be like, okay, yeah, so I need to like call out the predicts. If they're not, if they're playing like a safe game, like, okay, now it's time for me to start making, some
Mhm.
aggressive plays.
You
So
feel
I'd say I'm
that
certain.
you feel that you should play the game to win rather than to not lose. If you don't take an inch, you will lose a mile.
I mean, yeah, no, I
Um,
agree.
I feel like, yeah, this is like a healthy versus not healthy mentality. Like, everyone should want to win instead of not wanting to lose.
Exactly.
I
Yeah.
mean, I feel like my mental's reasonable. I'll put agree on that. You feel it impossible to account for all the possible plays, techs, and terras in any given game. I feel like that's a skill
Yes.
issue. I feel like
Well,
skill.
so here's the thing for me. Terras, I would say, is a bit of an issue
Mm,
because one, it's you don't know what Terra is gonna happen. You don't know when they're gonna Terra, right? So it's two uncertainties in that one thing that makes it an issue. Uh, I feel like I would. I mean, I definitely did do a lot better in meadows without terrestrialization. Um,
wait a minute. I don't know why this popped into my head, but has anyone tried this? Terra Fairy, Fizdef, Will-O-Wisp, Calm Mind, Giratina. X Giratina.
yes, Pushi has done this.
Is it any good?
It actually is
Because, yeah,
surprisingly.
okay. Why was I thinking about it? The joke was, oh yeah, the way to counter everything is to just slap a Giratina on. And I'm like, wait a minute, what if it was just as bulky as possible? And then yeah, Calm Mind plus Willow, but yeah, so just slap a Terra Fairy Garatina on and just ooh, now I want to build with that. Alright, anyway. Um plays Tex and Terras. I think better players than me could do it. For you, no surprises is better than surprises, bad or good. Yeah, I don't like surprise. I feel like I crumble with surprises.
Uh, Not necessarily. Depends, right? The surprise like brings me down to low health. That's fine. The surprise kills my mon that is intended to check that on the surprise. Then I would say it's bad.
That's true.
So I'd say I'm certain on that.
I don't know. For me, I like no surprises. I am considered a trendsetter.
You are.
I don't know. I feel like I try to do things and then people say, "No, Kine, you're washed. Do not use
You
Inferno on
started a
Chiyu.
whole goddamn
Do
tier,
not use
kind.
Trap." Yeah, but then I tried to use Trapinch in it.
Well, technically, that wasn't your trend. That was started by someone else who posted the traffic
Okay, okay,
set on.
okay. I tried to use plenty of things. I tried to use Hoopa. Like I tried to use Dracella. I tried to use a lot of things. I feel like I try a lot of trends, but I don't set a lot of trends.
I mean, you don't have to set a lot. Just one or two is good enough,
Yeah, I
right?
guess. I feel like my percentage is pretty average, but like I just try so many things that some of them stick. I'll put
Yeah.
agree. Are you a
I disagree. I'm
trendsetter?
not a trendsetter.
Ah, okay. I would rather save my Terra in case something wild hits the field.
Yes, agree.
I feel like there's a. I feel like I like using offensive terras a bit more.
I mean, I'm not like I'm not. I always like to have like a Terra like a backups, support because I don't want to just get mashed up from opponent Terras.
Yeah. Okay. You tend to gravitate towards what you have success with rather than testing theoretical alternatives. Yes. Oh my god. I love finding one team that works. Most recently, it was like a Specs Mewtwo team and just spamming that forever. Like,
Expect what?
Mewtwo.
Oh, wow. I did
Yeah.
not know you can make Mewtwo work.
Oh, yes, you can. Because it's just like Psy Strike, Focus Blast, Shadow Ball, Trick. Or like
Oh,
put in an Ice Beam or something there instead of like, I don't know, Shadow Ball.
dang, that sounds fun. I should try it out.
It's good. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then yeah, Trick makes it so good too. Anyway, yes, I love finding one team cracking the meta open and like for a while it was like an Arc Dragon team. Yeah.
I'd say I'm uncertain on this because I like to try new things.
Mhm. You prefer having to land a 50% damage roll to having to play out a 50-50 situation.
I
Nah,
disagree. I
I'll win
prefer
the 50-50.
same, same.
Yeah, just win the 50-50. I'm not gonna get some amazing damage roll. Calculating, punishing, standard, heretical? What? I'm heretical? What is
Uh, I
yours?
mean, I am a calculated countering variant heretical.
So we're both calculated and we're both heretical. I have
Yes.
Iron Valiant, the catch-all Avenger. You play this game with a calculated game plan. You operate on aggression and you depend on reliable staples. Okay, that doesn't sound crazy. You reject fate and believe in changing your own destiny. Yes, I win those 50-50s. Your sign reveals
Oh,
the resolve you have in challenging the odds. You are a player with a distinct knack for calculating risk and reward. Whatever. Embracing calculated gambits but refusing to stray too far from convention. You are a thinker. I'm not going to read this whole thing. Makes you a consistent threat to face, like Speed Booster Iron Valiant. You will spam the same Cloygar, Tar, Keld, Lele, Zam, Val Gambit, or any cheap core and pilot them in your idiosyncratic ways. The utmost respect you have for progress makes you a versatile threat who heeds the phrase, if it ain't broken, don't use it. Oh my god, that's an amazing ending.
oh my god. Mine is CRVH, the punishing pivot. You play this game with a calculated game plan. You
Wait, who's your
excel at
Pokemon?
Glowking with Sugarberry.
Ooh.
You excel at Riposte. You are inventive in your team choice. Your sign is heretical. You reject fate and believe in changing your destiny.
Well,
Your
yeah,
sign
yeah, yeah.
reveals. Yeah, that's same as you. So you are an enigma at any given point. This type of player can range from being able to capture a top player with successful traps or tech to getting overwhelmed by an uncaring cheeser spamming HO. Who knows what your next play will be when all your long term game planning revolves around unique techs that you have meticulously picked out? The exact scenario in which you will be useful have been simulated in your head 100 times over. How somehow even your most unorthodox ideas can be cultivated to counter standard meta staples in your capable hands. You are keen on
Awesome.
prep and believe that the battle is won before it has begun. That's fair.
All right.
The
So
team
then
believe. Yeah.
the last thing I gotta do is put my votes in. I'm Institut de Mater and I am CPSH. I'm right at the top. Wait a minute. Casting my vote? Ooh, that's a little rare. That's
Institute the
interesting.
Mater, and I am a what? The CRVH.
CRVH. Oh, that's I'm half as common as you. I'm a rarity. And I
Ooh.
guess that makes you a normie.
Ah, dang.
I never thought this
No,
would
actually,
end with me calling you a normie.
it's fine. I'm actually happy to be a normie.
Yeah,
I'm
at
like,
least you're
yep.
not NPVO.
Oh God, that is so sad.
It's okay. No hate to them, I'm sure. All right. I will see. Yeah, I want to get back to making YouTube videos. No guarantees I'll be in another commentary soon, but you will definitely hear me later. Incredible. Thanks for doing this with me.
Thank you for inviting me, kind.